All right, we're live. Awesome. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Farver Insider. We just came. I just came with a couple people. We came from the mayor's state of city address, and I think it was pretty. For the most part, it was a pretty monotone, boring speech. It was not anything that was exciting. I did like the mayor's allocations or now allocations for the parks that he just announced, mainly for Kennedy Park. I love seeing the parks get cleaned up and definitely something the kids are going to enjoy. However, again, and we've heard again, and we talk about this daily on the show, the lack of transparency and the lack of the gross misuse of funds, and how this administration does not plan for the future, does not plan for the next 10, 20 years. And the next 10, 20 years, when we have the debt exclusion and we have taxes going up 2.5% every single year, water rates, sewer rates going up 2.5% every single year, the taxpayer is not getting a fair shake. And hearing the mayor talk about how the city's finances are in disarray, are in great shape, was a lie. It was the slap in the face, the disgrace to the city of Fall River and its residents. It was being dishonest. So I decided to walk out and I went to McDonald's because that's a better use of my time than hearing our elected officials say falsehoods to city residents. And it's not okay. And I would really ask this administration, start planning for Diamond. You're going to have a Diamond High School, which we're going to get into, Boomer. And we have great news on that. I think we both got what we wanted. Um, we have a new Diamond High School coming, and it's not going to be. It's going to be in the tax levy. It's going to be funded through in the normal operating budget, and then and we'll get into that. So let's jump right into it, Boomer. So I attended the city council meeting, the last city council meeting regarding the Diamond High School project, and it was really I think, and I was really happy to see city councilors, and I said this after city councilors sticking up for the taxpayer, Boomer, sticking up for we need both. It's very important that this city has an upgraded diamond to continue our cities I think we're a city that has a core that's built for vocational and technical education, and I think we need to go with that more. And I'm happy we're building a new diamond because I think it's going to help us in the long term. And I'm also happy that the city council saw a debt exclusion as a cash grab, as a way to take extra funds from the taxpayer. It would be an additional tax. It would be like how we had the Durfee tax. The debt exclusion that we have now, that's going into effect this year, is basically the Durfee tax. You're paying an additional tax, a property tax, on top of the 2.5% they're already levying up. So, and I was really until we understand the mayor's position and the administration. And again, I think this I like the city administrator, Boomer. I think this city administrator tells the truth. I've heard him say that our city's finances aren't in good shape right now. I think he's a straight shooter. May not agree with him on everything. We'll see. But so far, I think he's a straight shooter, and I trust him. I actually have trust in this person, and he told us the mayor's point of view. He supports Diamond with a caveat: it has to include a debt exclusion. And then you heard some city councilors who are supporters of this administration try and say, "Oh, this is going to be a vote for this vote is going to be a vote for Diamond, a vote for Diamond." No, the city council can approve Diamond on its own and not have a debt exclusion. The mayor wanted it with a debt exclusion. That's very important for the public to know. We were debating back there. Oh, we're gonna have a vote on Diamond, and it has to include a debt exclusion. It does not. It did not have to include a debt exclusion, and we learned that. I think we were misled.
We're always misled. I do agree with the administrator. I think he was. I think he was more in line and on the same page as with the diamond side of things. I think it was more him butting heads with the city attorney. Well, we'll call it what it is, the mayor's attorney.
Of course.
He doesn't work for the city. We won that. But at the end of the day, I think, unfortunately, it's not picking up my mic, so I'll pull one over here. But at the end of the day, I think he's better than what we're used to.
He's better than what we're used. I agree with that.
No more. Hey, I'm doing your bidding. He's kind of trying to do the job.
And I agree with that, and I respect that, and I'm happy he's doing that. So far.
So far, so good.
Knock on wood, of course.
All smoke and mirrors, who knows? But so far, he's proven that he's going to put knowledge out and not just the biased knowledge.
Right, and sometimes he says things that don't really, that aren't good for the politically for the administration, and I respect that. I really do respect that. And again, we heard during this meeting, this Diamond High School is approved. So Tuesday is an important day. It looks like, Boomer, that the city council they have the votes to override the mayor's veto. That's going to come on the Tuesday meeting. They're going to override the mayor. They have the votes to override the mayor's veto. The appetite of the council is not to have a debt exclusion and to have a Diamond High School, which is great. Again, it's great for the community. So it's going to be paid for without an additional tax, the debt exclusion. And I'm really happy we're not going to have an election. Hopefully we're not going to have an election where you're going to hear people say, oh, a yes vote is a vote for Diamond, and no vote is against Diamond, because that's not the truth. And I'm really happy that we were educated. I mean, me and you already knew this, but that we, meaning the city, were educated on the debt exclusion. And I'm happy. And again, you have people saying, oh, we should be fully transparent. I think there was full transparency. Again, I think Sean Kadim. I hear you.
You hear me on this one?
I do.
All right.
And I think Sean Kadim made a really good point. That we have that these city councilors are elected to serve us. We are not an open meeting form of government. And I respect the opinion that, and I wouldn't be entirely opposed to, I know there's an ordinance mentioned about how you would have to take a vote on anything over $6 million, but it wasn't us taking in debt. The city, I think there's a loophole. Again, I would actually support an amendment to that ordinance that says that would cover that loophole, because that ordinance that was mentioned during that last city council meeting, that is only for debt we take in personally as a city. The debt that's going to be taken in from this new school being built is going to be taken by the Diamond Regional School Committee. And in turn, they, by law, give us, they give us assessments. And then that's how we go from there, and that's how we pay them. That's not.
Well, assessments just circumvent.
Yes,
basically.
Yeah, there's a loophole.
It's a loophole. Call it an assessment. Let's call it what it is.
I agree, and I think that should be. But however, the law is the law, and the ordinance. We should follow the ordinance, and the ordinance says we don't have to.
When it benefits certain people.
Exactly. I did not agree, and I agree with Sean. I did not agree with the city attorney's, mayor's attorney's opinion on that ordinance, and they want to say, oh, let's be fully transparent, but that's not in the law. The city council has the right to approve the project, with which they did, and so on Monday they don't have to do it. So all they have to do, if they don't have a meeting Tuesday, Boomer, Diamond's going to pass automatically. It'll be automatic.
Nothing. I believe it passes.
Yes. Yep.
I believe CJ was talking about it earlier. I caught it on my ride here to do the Raw, and I believe CJ was kind of touching on that. He was on Gene's show, The Bottom Line. And they did a really good show today as far as
I didn't get to watch it, but I'll definitely go back and watch it.
Normally I don't.
They usually
in traffic and trying to get here.
Gene and CJ and Chip, they always do great shows. I always watch them.
Explaining that, CJ did a really great job of breaking it down and how it worked. But you brought up a good point when you're saying how the attorney's like, well, it's in my opinion, and then minutes later he's talking about, well, it's not a matter of opinion, it's a matter of ordinance and law, and it's like, well, you just said your opinion, and now you're saying this is ordinance and law. What are we going by?
His opinion. It's him being.
Or are we going by the law? Because you can't have it both ways. Only your opinion counts. But when Kadim comes out and says, no, I see it this way in my opinion, well, we can't go on opinions. Well, you just said in your opinion. But yet when he's telling you his opinion, and Kadim is correct, 110% correct, period.
Yeah.
They can argue it all they want. At the end of the day, he's right.
Yeah, I think we know what he's
trying to do. He's down there to argue to get more money, and that's not his job.
Right. And then
It's not his job.
and I think the vast majority of the city supports a new diamond, and I believe the vast majority of the city does not support a new debt exclusion. Debt exclusions are for towns. They are for Somerset, Swansea, Lakeville. It's not for Fall River to have two different debt exclusions, separate property taxes, just to tax Fall River through the roof. And you're already going to be we already know they're going to raise the tax to 2.5%.
Of course, he's going to max out taxes.
And that's going to be, and now that's going to be like that for a while because we need.
They're going to rain your rainwater nonsense.
That's staying. I will give them that. That's staying.
Because that's all they do.
The same.
That's the only imagination they have is how they can raise taxes and how they can raise your fees as fast as possible. While they're still here, while they're all here getting paid, they're going to try to get as much as they can out of the deal. That's what.
And a lot of people are fed up with it, Boomer. I was just talking to some people today.
What's fixed? What's done? What's changed?
It was laughable, Boomer. I did hear the mayor during his city state of city talk about how all the roads are being repaired and all the potholes will be going away soon.
Yeah.
He said
right around next election.
Couple
days before the election.
Would you think he's going to run again?
I don't know. I mean, the way I see it is there's a lot of free money coming to this city. Stay here until it runs out. Stay here until you can move it all. What's he got to lose? There's a lot of money.
I know, Boomer. This is why I can't. I get a nice guy. This is why I cannot support him. I'm definitely
that are really
around him. His people
making out very well.
Yes. And then you hear the state of the city. I'm trying to remember things that I've heard. Again, we're talking about the allocation of the small businesses. We're just talking about that.
Where's this money?
Yeah, honestly, it's
small
not.
Businesses are getting it. What are they getting? $1,000?
Yeah, it's fair. I don't think it's good enough amount.
Millions of dollars in this guy's lap. Some going to his own businesses.
And when we say this guy, we're talking about BCEDC and the executive vice president.
Show me.
He's getting
And what's $1,000 loan going to do to a small business? The taxes alone, just on their equipment, just on the stuff that you're taking money off of them for, doesn't cover that.
He's personally getting, his company is getting over 300, and I have the documents to prove this as well, and I'll bring it on the show if anyone has any question. He's getting over $300,000. His company, he personally, and it shows how that $300,000 is going to be allocated. He's getting over $100,000 from all these.
Yep.
And I have I've seen the documentation for that. It's not.
What new business is coming here? Where's the money? What's coming in?
It's the help small businesses, but I don't think that's enough. I don't think we're giving enough. I don't think this really. This benefits BCEDC really. They're just giving out nothing. They're giving out nothing, Boomer.
I was here. We got another show starting up in next week, and these particular people talking about how they had to move their shop already. How when they were opening and everything else, and how they had to pay these fees to go in front of these boards so many times, but the inspector would come the day before the board, like, oh, nope, I can't pass you. And and you got to pay this fine again. Why are we waiting until that time? Why not go earlier and give these people time to fix everything, get what you need? Because they don't know. Nobody knows all the regulations and the nonsense the city requires and the inspector requires.
Speaking of fees, Boomer, and
explain to me why they're paying these fees 3-4 times to get in front of the board, and then all of a sudden when they get a lawyer, now all of a sudden they're gonna get through. It's crap. It's pure crap.
No,
it's all a scam to take more money.
I agree. And Boomer,
I've been fighting the rainwater fee. I was supposed to have.
Wait, why don't you go to court?
I was supposed to have a board. I did the right thing. I went to the water department. I denied it. There's no drainage on my street. There's nothing on our street. There's nobody on my area should be paying a rainwater tax. Nobody should pay a rainwater fee. Period. That's just a straight theft. Period. However, justifiably, they do nothing for drainage on my street. The potholes are the only thing that accumulate water in my street. Period. So I went there and I explained to them, like, how? Explain to me why. My house does this. Here's the designation. Here's how my house is set to be self-sufficient. We're on well. We're on septic. What are you doing? Why am I paying you hundreds of thousands of dollars? Why? It makes no sense. Oh, everybody should be paying. Well, that's not the case because everybody doesn't pay. Yeah. And I'm in the process of requiring that list right now of who doesn't pay. And I made sure that I took pictures during campaigning and seeing who had the signs that doesn't pay. So we're going to see those people and those addresses very quickly. And then then I want them to justify how you can charge A, B, C, skip D, and then charge E. You can't. how does that happen? So I tried that, and I was supposed to get a letter in the mail. You're going to go in front of the board,
Yeah.
the committee.
And
Okay,
what
well,
for
who's
your
on the
rainwater?
committee?
I think you go before the sewer commission.
Yep, you go before the commission. Well, who's on this commission? Well, it's
we have
myself. And I'm like, okay,
we
well,
have.
he's like, I'm just the secretary. So you're in charge of this, all of this. You're in charge of these fees, and you're on the board. Well, I'm not on the board. I'm just a secretary. I just take notes. Oh, and they're going to go against their boss. That's what you're telling me.
Right.
They're going to go against the guy that's got them the job. Right.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think, and again, I know the city council approves these appointments. However, I really do think these boards are puppet boards.
Of course.
And for years, it's been like that for years. I'm not even saying it's just starting now.
Who's going to be in favor of what I want?
I do want to say two things about the sewer commission. I'm glad you brought it up. So one, they raised our they're trying to raise the sewer rate by 8 cents to $5.75 per CCF. I know we're not good at math, Boomer, but again, we can conclude that this is going to burden the taxpayers even further.
8 cents per cubic foot.
Cubic foot, yes.
So that's one load of laundry is.
It isn't sewer. We're talking about sewer. We're talking about sewers. This is like how much you flush a toilet. I'm assuming.
But that's water, that's drainage, right?
Yes.
So one load of laundry uses 19 cubic feet of, right? I think we looked it up. 19 cubic feet of water. So 8 cents on that one load of laundry times 19.
Yeah.
That's just one load of laundry.
It
times
adds
every load of laundry,
again.
times every family, times everybody in the city, every homeowner in the city. Not everybody in the city, because you can go to laundromats and they're going to get ripped too. But like, you can't justify just taking from a select few people and keep taking and taking and taking. Those people need to start standing up and fighting back.
I know, I agree, Boomer. So they're raising the 8 cents. They have a $26 million budget, and the mayor wants to put on one of his
$26 million.
Yes. I don't know why they need that much. I would love to break down their budget, and I think when the new budget comes out, we're gonna break down how much this breaks down, like a $26 million for the sewer department.
I want to see where the money went to the actual work.
I agree.
We talked about how in 2017 to 2019, I think it was, they put down like 47 miles of new sewer pipe or water pipe, whatever it was, and they actually did something. And the following 2 years, they put down, what was it, like 3 or 4 or something like that? But yet got paid millions more. To do what? I want to know. I want to know what
they actually have
I know what came into play, because there's no way you're going to tell me that they're not funneling through that department. There's no way.
They actually they're going in this meeting. They're looking to approve a for over a $400,000 contract with Woodard and Curran, out the random company.
So we're going to hire outside sources to do something that we just paid you $26 million to do.
Exactly, a $425,000 contract. That's a lot of money, Boomer. I'm sorry. That's almost over $250,000
I've done that kind of work. It's not easy. It's a lot. The machinery, you're dealing with gas line, you're dealing with pipes, you're dealing with road construction, you're dealing with paying details, the block street. There's a lot that goes into just digging up your street and fixing things. All right, and the materials are not cheap right now. And that's just the road materials, let alone the actual piping and fittings and everything that you need. So I understand the cost that goes with that. But why am I paying you that cost to pay somebody else that cost again? That's what I don't understand.
And the mayor's looking to put one of his top supporters, and we don't have to go into this that much, but I just think it goes to show.
Not just one.
But
we get it.
I'm just talking about just with the sewer commission. One of his top supporters onto the sewer commission that we're just talking about, and we'll see if this person, and again, if they get approved tonight, there's a meeting tomorrow. I don't know if they're going to be serving on that meeting. Is this person who wanted to represent us, Boomer, going to raise our sewer rates? We'll see. Let's see.
We'll find out. I want to give her the benefit of the doubt.
I agree. Yeah.
I liked her as a person. I thought she was.
I do too.
I thought she was good. I thought her heart was in the right place on most things, I think. But she is a true supporter where that's not of the people.
I agree.
That's not why we're here.
I 100% agree. Very good person, a nice person.
Do I think she can do it? I do. Do I think she's intelligent enough to do it? I do. And I do hope that her mindset and her heart are in the right place to do it for the right reasons and not just be another yes.
I agree. I'm gonna mirror what you said.
Then I'm gonna go with that's
Of course.
Political suicide on one end as well. But we thought that, and here we are because nobody votes. So.
And I just very quickly, I know you.
And again, I like her. I think she's great, and I hope she really does the right thing. I hope she does
I
good.
agree.
So I want to give her the benefit of the doubt.
But I think it's fair. I had to call it out just because we have for tomorrow's meeting. It's very funny. It just comes down now before a meeting where we raise our water and sewer rates, and it's a supporter of the mayor. I think that the public needs to take that into perspective when we're talking about this.
Public needs to turn off TikTok and pay attention.
Boomer, I agree. In the school committee, I haven't really focused on the school committee that much this week. I've been very busy, but
Extremely.
yes, but again, they have a meeting tomorrow as well. They have a budget presentation for their middle schools. I know the elementary schools just went up, and now they're going to be doing their middle schools and their pre-K through 8 schools. That will be coming up soon. Again, not really that much on the agenda, but I think the mayor mentioned in his State of the City today, he mentioned that big increase in the Chapter 70 funds to the schools. He didn't mention the amount though, and I think that was interesting. He mentioned it was a big increase coming to the schools. However, again, it hurt. It's a big increase coming to the taxpayer and how much they have to pay to reimburse these charges. These costs over $2 million. Yeah. And they had the exact numbers. It was over $2 million. Yeah, it was like I think it was 2.3 or 2.4. Don't hold me on the number, but it's 2.3 or 2.4. And again, that's a big ask.
Already what, $12 million deficit?
This year, no. I think it'll be closer to 5.
Yeah. Well, only because we filled holes with temporary money.
Yes, and we'll see what
realistically, that's not the
and again, we have this. It's going to be a very interesting budget cycle. Is this mayor going to plug in this budget with ARPA funds? If he uses one-time monies to plug in the budget, again, I cannot, as a citizen, as a resident, see this money get wasted like this. That's a shame, Boomer. I'm sorry. That's a shame, and I'm going to be very, very vocal if that's the case. And I really hope the community is as well. We cannot. This is the only. You don't get these monies every single day.
One thing they haven't addressed. I think our pensions are funded at what, 40%. So where are they fixing this? Where are they ever going to make up that money? How are they ever going to take care of those people?
Pensions is one thing. I'll be honest. I'll disclose. I'm not really that in tune with how the pension system works.
Well, it works on two ends. You got to look at the scam side of it, where this person does this mediocre job for pennies, but then they last 2, 3, 4 years. All of a sudden, they get this really nice cake job, and their pension is based on that job.
Yes.
Not based on what they did the last 15, 16, 17, 20 years, whatever it is. It's based on the last 2 or 3 years. I think it's the high 3 or whatever it is. So the last 3 years. So this person was making like $1,100 on like a committee somewhere, and now this person's making 150, 180.
Yeah, that's what exactly. We do kick the can down the road.
Exactly. I think that's a big problem. That cut out.
It cut out? Oh, we're good?
No, hold on. Somebody must have reported us.
Uh-oh. We're getting reported.
That's okay. Let's see.
And Boomer, you think it's time to take a brief break?
Yeah, they reported it. Hold on. Trouble streaming to Facebook. Yeah.
Oh no.
Facebook's end, yeah. And they're deleted on Facebook.
We're deleted?
It says it's possible. Please check Facebook to ensure the stream looks okay. It does not look okay. So
let me see if we're still streaming. 1 second.
Changes. So it's showing.
No, we're cut out, Boomer. I think we're out.
Yep.
I wouldn't remove the because it says we were live. It was it's still there on your stream.
Yeah, I can see the 23 minutes that are up.
Yeah, that's there, but it deleted the live. I started hearing it cut out.
And did it just happen? We weren't talking to ourselves for like 10 minutes, right?
No. It just happened.
Okay, let's what should we restream?
So let me see. So that's up. So what we'll do. I don't want to remove it. The post was created on Facebook for this. Delete it. No, not gonna delete it.
That happens when you hit end broadcast.